A star is born in the Kalahari, introducing N'Djao Thoma. The vast arid expanse of the Kalahari Desert with its golden sands and endless horizons has always been a place of mystery and wonder. It is here, in this remote and rugged landscape, that the story of N'Djao Thoma begins. N'Djao Thoma was, well, a true original. His gentle smile and thoughtful gaze captured the essence of a man deeply connected to his roots and traditions. He was a person who embodied the spirit of his people. He was born in Namibia in 1944. The exact details of his birth are shrouded in mystery, much like the history of the San people themselves. This was a time when the world was vastly different, and the San people lived in harmony with nature. His exact birth date is unknown. This is not uncommon among the San people, who have a rich oral tradition but often do not keep written records. Their history is passed down through stories and songs, preserving their culture and heritage. This is common for the San people. They are a community that values the wisdom of their elders and the lessons of the past. Their way of life is deeply intertwined with the rhythms of the natural world. The San people live in the Kalahari Desert. This harsh and unforgiving environment has shaped their way of life, teaching them resilience and resourcefulness. They have learned to find sustenance and shelter in a land where others might see only desolation. N'Djao was a farmer and herder. He spent his days tending to his livestock and working the land, following the traditions of his ancestors. His life was one of simplicity and hard work, but also of deep connection to the earth. He lived a traditional San life. This meant living in close-knit communities, where everyone had a role to play and where the bonds of family and friendship were strong. It was a life that valued cooperation and mutual support. N'Djao had limited contact with the outside world. The San people have long been isolated from modern society, living in remote areas far from the hustle and bustle of cities. This isolation has helped them preserve their unique way of life. He knew very little about modern society. The world beyond the Kalahari was a distant and unfamiliar place, filled with technologies and customs that were foreign to him. His life was rooted in the traditions of his people. This changed when a film crew came to his region. It was a moment that would alter the course of his life forever. The arrival of the filmmakers brought a glimpse of the outside world to the heart of the Kalahari. This was in the early 1980s. The world was on the brink of technological advancements, and the film industry was no exception. The crew brought with them cameras, lights, and a sense of excitement and curiosity. They were looking for actors for a new movie. The filmmakers were searching for individuals who could bring authenticity and depth to their project. They wanted to capture the essence of the San people and their way of life. This movie was The Gods Must Be Crazy. It was a film that would go on to become a global sensation, telling the story of a San man who encounters the modern world in a humorous and poignant way. Destiny had a plan for N'Djao. His life was about to take a dramatic turn, leading him on a journey that would bring him fame and recognition far beyond the Kalahari. He would become the film's star. N'Djao's natural charisma and authenticity made him the perfect choice for the role. He brought a unique presence to the screen, captivating audiences around the world. He would soon be known all over the world. From the remote deserts of Namibia to the bustling cities of the world, N'Djao Thoma's name would become synonymous with the magic of cinema and the enduring spirit of the San people. Discovered by chance, The Gods Must Be Crazy and instant fame. The Gods Must Be Crazy is a comedy. It tells the story of She. She is a San man. He finds a Coke bottle in the desert. The bottle falls from the sky. It comes from an airplane. She's people had never seen anything like it. They think it is a gift from the gods. N'Djao's performance was amazing. He was so natural. He was funny. Audiences loved him. He became a global star. The movie was a huge success. N'Djao, the movie star, sequels, and international recognition. The Gods Must Be Crazy was just the beginning. N'Djao was in several sequels. He also starred in other movies. He became a recognized face in international cinema. He went to Hong Kong. He went to the United States. He was meeting new people. He was experiencing new cultures. This was a world away from his life in the Kalahari. N'Djao's journey was incredible. He went from the desert to the red carpet. He remained humble throughout it all. He became an icon. The simple life in rural Namibia is a world away from the hustle and bustle of modern cities. Here, life moves at a different pace, one that is deeply connected to the land and the traditions of the people. Family, cattle, and unfamiliarity with money are the cornerstones of this existence. The people here live in harmony with nature, relying on their livestock and crops for sustenance. Despite achieving international fame through his role in the Gods Must Be Crazy, N'Djao stayed connected to his roots. He never let his newfound celebrity status change who he was at heart. After filming, he always returned to Namibia, to the village that he called home. It was here that he felt most at peace, surrounded by the familiar sights and sounds of his homeland. N'Djao continued his traditional way of life, participating in the daily activities that had been part of his routine long before he ever stepped in front of a camera. He lived in a modest village where the community was close-knit and everyone knew each other. The simple huts and the vast open landscapes were a stark contrast to the world of film sets and bright lights. N'Djao took pride in building a house for himself and his family. It was a labor of love, constructed with his own hands and the help of his community. He had a wife and children, and they were the center of his world. His family was his greatest treasure, and he worked hard to provide for them. As a cattle farmer, N'Djao spent his days tending to his livestock and working on his crops. These were the skills that had been passed down through generations, and he took great pride in his work. He was a respected member of his community, often seen at meetings and social gatherings. His wisdom and experience were valued by the village elders and the younger generation alike. Above all else, N'Djao valued his family and his culture. He believed in the importance of preserving the traditions and customs that defined his people. At first, N'Djao did not understand money. The concept of currency was foreign to him, as his life had always been based on barter and trade. He didn't understand its value or why people placed so much importance on it. To him, the true wealth was in the land, the cattle, and the community. Once, he received a large sum of money for his role in a film. It was more money than he had ever seen in his life, and he didn't know what to do with it. In a moment that baffled many, he let the wind blow it away. To him, it was just paper, meaningless and without value. He often said that money was useless to him. What mattered most were the things that money couldn't buy: family, culture, and the simple joys of life in his village. Section 5, Cultural Ambassador, Bridging Worlds Through Laughter. N'Djao Thoma was more than just an actor. He was a true cultural ambassador. His movies introduced the world to the San people. They showed their unique way of life. They showed their humor and their humanity. N'Djao's performance broke down stereotypes. He showed that humor is universal. He connected with audiences around the world. He made people laugh. He challenged perceptions of the other. He reminded everyone that we are all connected. He did this through laughter. This is a powerful and lasting legacy. Section 6, The Price of Fame, Exploitation and Shifting Perceptions of Wealth. The journey of fame is often paved with both glittering opportunities and dark shadows. N'Djao's story is not without its shadows. His rise to fame brought with it a series of challenges and controversies. Some argued that he was exploited. They believed that the film industry took advantage of his naivety and lack of experience. They said he was not properly compensated for his work. Despite the success of the films he starred in, the financial rewards he received were minimal. They said he was taken advantage of. The disparity between his earnings and the profits generated by the films was stark. As N'Djao became more accustomed to the world of filmmaking, his understanding of money changed. He began to see the value of his work and the importance of fair compensation. He began to demand higher pay for his roles. This newfound awareness empowered him to negotiate better terms for himself. He wanted to provide for his family. His primary motivation was to ensure a better future for his loved ones. He wanted to improve their lives. The money he earned was used to build a more comfortable and secure life for his family. This shift in perspective created tension. As he became more assertive in his demands, it led to conflicts with producers and directors. It highlighted the complex relationship between indigenous cultures and the global film industry. The clash of values and expectations was evident. It raised questions about fairness and exploitation. The story of N'Djao serves as a poignant reminder of the need for ethical practices in the entertainment industry. Despite the challenges, N'Djao's legacy remains impactful. His journey from a remote village to international stardom is a testament to his resilience and talent. He became a symbol of hope and inspiration for many. His story continues to resonate with audiences around the world, reminding us of the power of perseverance and the importance of recognizing and respecting the contributions of all individuals in the film industry. Section 7, Finding His Voice from Naivete to Advocacy. Over time, N'Djao became more assertive. He learned to navigate the film industry. He negotiated better deals for himself. He became an advocate for actors' rights. He spoke out against the exploitation of indigenous people. He used his platform to raise awareness. He talked about the challenges facing the San people. He wanted to improve their lives. He wanted to preserve their culture. N'Djao Thoma's journey from a naive herder to a savvy negotiator is remarkable. It shows his adaptability, it shows his resilience, it shows his commitment to his people. Section 8, Beyond the Silver Screen, N'Djao's impact on Namibian cinema. N'Djao Thoma's legacy extends beyond his own filmography. He helped to pave the way for other Namibian actors. He inspired a new generation of filmmakers. He showed them that stories from Namibia could reach a global audience. His success led to the growth of the Namibian film industry. It created opportunities for local talent. It put Namibia on the map as a filmmaking destination. N'Djao's impact is immeasurable. He opened doors, he broke down barriers, he created a lasting legacy for Namibian cinema. Section 9. A Legacy of Laughter and Humanity, remembering N'Djao Thoma. N'Djao Thoma passed away in 2003. He was in his late 50s. He died from tuberculosis. He's remembered for his humor, his humanity, and his contribution to cinema. He showed the world the beauty of the San culture. He made people laugh across cultures and continents. He left an indelible mark on the world. N'Djao's story is a reminder that laughter is a universal language. It is a reminder that we are all connected. It is a reminder to embrace our differences. Section 10, The Gods Must Be Crazy, a timeless classic and a cultural phenomenon. The Gods Must Be Crazy remains a beloved film. It is a timeless classic. It is a testament to N'Djao Thoma's talent. It is a celebration of the San people. The film continues to spark conversation. It raises questions about cultural differences. It explores the impact of globalization. It celebrates the power of laughter. N'Djao Thoma's legacy lives on. It lives on through his films. It lives on through his impact on Namibian cinema. It lives on through the laughter he brought to the world.